Hey, what's up you guys? It is BBM Scurry, or Scurry, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Spectre from Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. Now this video is mainly due to the fact that Spectre just came out on Black Ops 4 as a new, I guess you can say, update or season. So he is unattainable by getting tier 1 in Black Ops 4 in the tier system, and this whole the Spectre being a male or a female thing kind of came back. And I really want to talk about why Spectre is a male and why I think Spectre is a male, and kind of address some of the theories of people who think that Spectre is a female, and just kind of go at it and really see if I can help you guys understand my standpoint and what I think Spectre actually is. Now, if you take a close look at Spectre's body frame on the photo I've provided here, you can tell that the body frame is actually quite masculine. Not meaning that he's like super jacked or anything, but if you take a look at the thighs, they're not very pronounced. They're more like male thighs, to where they're not really big hips or anything like that. But a lot of people may think that just because this character doesn't have really big thighs, that it's not a female. And I'm going to explain to you guys why I think that's false and why Spectre is still a male. Just because you're a female, let's just say that Spectre is a female and doesn't have very pronounced features such as thighs. Now, there are certain female attributes that you can have very minimum of, but you can't really hide, especially through things like running and things of the sort. So, Spectre having female thighs due to being a female would still be able to be seen and having different proportions than, say, Seraph or Battery does. So, if you can look at any other pictures, you can tell that the legs look just like male legs. They aren't very curvy, they're more straight, and that goes for the same things with the chest and the shoulders. I know a lot of people say that Spectre has not very broad shoulders and that they're more female shoulders, but that's not true as well, because Spectre's shoulders, he does have shoulder pads, but you can tell that they're a little bit more broad than, say, Seraph's or Battery's shoulders, because theirs are smaller. You can tell that these are actually a little bit bigger, and same thing with his chest. It's not really protruding anywhere to tell that the character is a female. It's more flat like the actual male body characters are, but he is a little bit more slimmer, and a lot of people, because of that, think that Spectre has to be female because he's slim. Now let me tell you guys a little bit something. Males can be slim as well, especially if you're going to be an assassin. Assassins aren't known for being very bulky or big. They're known for being a lot more slim, so their body frames are a lot smaller so that they don't really collide with any of their armor or anything like that. They can have a smaller body frame so they can get around easier and they can be harder to spot, which is another reason why Spectre wears pretty much all black in this outfit here. Now, this is a very interesting point to bring up for people saying that Spectre is a female, just because they think the body type is a little bit different than an actual male's, say Ruin, who has kind of a bigger body frame. And to be honest, that could be a decent standpoint if you guys want it to be, but I still think that Spectre's a male just because of certain aspects of the character's actual body language, how they walk, because females do walk a little bit different than males. Since they're more curvy, they're female. Well, okay, I said female. I wasn't supposed to say female there. When they walk, it's a little bit different than when guys walk because they're more curvy. Their body kind of sways from side to side as they walk. I hope you guys can kind of understand what I'm saying here. But that's just the body type to why I think Spectre's a male. Now we're going to go on to actual transmissions and the actual theories of who Spectre is, according to other people. Now, a lot of people say that Spectre called Ruin sugar in one of the transmissions, which is true. And a lot of people think for that sole purpose that Spectre is a girl, because either Spectre's a homosexual or it's just a female, because what male would say that to another male? It sounds like a male-female interaction, which, that's true, it does sound like one, but Spectre is very known to be a merciless assassin, so if something is important to his mission, or he's being sarcastic, say Spider-Man, let's just use him as an example. Spider-Man says these certain quips, say if he was to call someone sugar, that doesn't mean he's gay or he's a female. It just means that he's being sarcastic or, say, trying to make fun of someone. So if you're trying to get under someone's skin, you'll call him a princess, you'll call him a baby, something along those lines, and that'll kind of get under someone's skin. And we already know that Ruin does not like Spectre. They kind of have a weird relationship that really isn't a relationship. They just don't know who Spectre is, so they're really, really curious, and they just know that he's this merciless assassin. So it's a really weird kind of triangle between all of the specialists and Spectre. Now, I think that Spectre isn't really seen as a female because of that. A lot of people say these things for sarcasm or jokes, which does make sense with Spectre if you really take a look at what we know about his character already. Now I'm going to talk about the actual theory that a lot of people are talking about, why they think Spectre is a female. And I'm not going to lie, parts of this theory are interesting, but they just seem really far-fetched and don't make enough sense. Now, Jessica, who is actually seen in the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 specialist cutscenes, who's basically related to the Alex Mason family or the Mason family, and she has a voice modulator on her bottom jaw because her jaw got shot in one of the cutscenes. So a lot of people think, well, Sugar and also Spectre having a voice modulator and Jessica having a voice modulator makes sense, which I think they're really reading into this way too far. I think that Jessica is not Spectre, and it doesn't really make too much sense for the voice modulator to be a key factor. Say, Ruin, Battery, all these characters came from Black Ops 3, and not really anywhere before that. So, why would every character that Treyarch makes have to be somehow intertwined with all the other characters that we've seen before? New characters are made all the time, and Spectre is definitely one of these characters. It's possible, since now that he's in BO4, we'll get some further explanation of who Spectre actually is, but at the time, there's just theories, and these theories are spread out by Mr. Spectre on YouTube and Ink Slasher, most notably. Now, like I said, I think these are pretty interesting theories, but they just don't have enough evidence. People saying that because her voice modulator on her mouth and how she's come in contact with Death being shot in the jaw, and how Spectre says Death was an old friend, makes people think that it's definitely Jessica under the helmet. Now, like I said, I don't see this as how this is plausible. Um, and I'm pretty sure Spectre was called Sir by Ruin in one of the transmissions. I'm not 100% sure, but a lot of people make the argument that you can be called Sir as a female because Sir is kind of like a rank to some people in the military. That's false. It's not correct. Sir is for a male, ma'am is for a female. Doesn't matter what rank you are. It's just how everything is in the actual military. You can do some research on that if you want. So I think people are really reading too far into this. I'm sure if some other character with a voice modulator came out of nowhere at some point during Black Ops 4's lifespan, people would leave Jessica and be like, oh, this person is now under some sort of spotlight because Spectre's identity is shrouded in mystery. Which a part of me really likes that, but it's really, really weird and annoying how everyone jumps on the bandwagon of Spectre being Jessica. I just don't think Treyarch would really go in that deep on getting Spectre a male voice actor, which I forgot to mention earlier, but when Spectre is killed by either the Purifier or the Hive, he has a voice of a male. So everyone knows that Spectre's voice is really robotic in his costume, but the idea is that when he gets burned by the Purifier, his voice really starts showing through, and it is a male. So why would Spectre have a male voice actor, a male body frame, and just overall give off traits that a male would have if Spectre was a female? And I know a lot of people are saying that they think that Spectre's Jessica just because they think it would be completely unexpected, but at this point in time, that really wouldn't be unexpected because most people actually think that Spectre is Jessica or just a female in general. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really tried to give as much information as I could in this amount of time that I'm making this video in. I know it's not very very structured with actual things that I'm talking about appearing on the screen. It's just a picture of Spectre because I really want you guys to look at Spectre and understand what I'm saying as I'm saying it. And I know there's going to be a lot of people commenting on this video saying Spectre's a female, this is why, you're wrong. I'm open for those kind of conversations, but it's pretty obvious that Spectre is a male. There's many traits, especially the male body frame and the voice of Spectre. Even though it's a voice modulator that kind of ruptures one voice to make it sound robotic, you can still tell that it's a male's voice. And in Black Ops 4, Jessica sounds way different than Spectre. And Black Ops 4 took place before Black Ops 3. For anyone who didn't know that, Black Ops 4 is a prequel to Black Ops 3. And she sounds different than Spectre, who's now in Black Ops 4. So that wouldn't really match up because Jessica being who she is in Black Ops 4 and Spectre being in the game already with all of his materials and everything just doesn't really seem like it lines up that well. But that's just me. I think that's how the thing is going, and that's my opinion. And hopefully, at some point, this whole thing will end and Treyarch will finally reveal who Spectre actually is. It's actually a possibility. Maybe Spectre's some sort of cyborg or something. I doubt that's the case, but anything is possible at this point. Leave your theories down in the comments below. I'm really interested to read them. If you had any problems with what I've been saying throughout the video, let me know. I'm interested to read that too. So hope you guys have a fantastic day. It's been BBM Scurry or Scurry, signing off.